Right guys, welcome back to another video, and today let's talk about some basketball. Right, so I'm back on my basketball sort of channel, and I'm going to be talking about the topic that kind of came up a few weeks ago, where there was an interview with Jason Tatum where they were discussing, is Kyrie a superstar, is Damian Lillard a superstar? And basically what I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to talk about that situation first, and everything around that sort of situation, and my opinion on the situation, and what who I think are the superstars in the NBA right now. A lot of people have different reasons for why people are superstars and why others aren't superstars, and some are just stars and stuff like that. But I'm just going to give my reasons, my thinking behind each one, and if it doesn't make sense or you think it's wrong, that's fine with me. It doesn't really matter. It's basketball at the end of the day. Who is bothered? But let's get into the video and let's talk about some superstars. Now, the main issue with this interview was the conversation around Kyrie being a superstar and Damian Lillard not being a superstar. I don't think that's true. As you'll see from my list, I do rate Kyrie obviously quite highly because I've written my superstars list. I think there's about 12 names on it. I did initially say 10, but then I missed some people out as well, which I didn't want to miss out, you know. But I've got about 12 names on there. And then I have also wrote some like bordering ones down, and I have probably missed some people out on that as well. But at the end of the day, I'm not that bothered. But it's interesting to talk about, isn't it, really? For me, a superstar is someone that can lead a team, who is the face of a team, who is massive commercially, that everyone knows, a household name, that can really elevate a team just by being him, not needing, like, for example, let's just talk about Kyrie right now. Kyrie has done nothing without LeBron James, really. Since he went to Brooklyn, since he went to Boston, he's not really performed at the level without LeBron James with him. My thing for a superstar is they should be able to perform at a level where they are the guy, they are the lead guy, and they are him. That's just who they are. They are the best player on the team and very big commercially, a household name, and everyone knows who they are. So for me, right now, I'm just going to read off some names. And yeah, basically, I'm going to read off my superstar list of names. And if you don't agree with them, I do apologise, but it is what it is. If I have missed someone out, someone massive that I'm not thinking of, again, I do apologise. But at the end of the day, let's get into these 12 names. So to start off with, I've gone for Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Giannis, Joel Embiid, KD, CP3, Curry, Luka, Jokic, Bron, Dame, and Kawhi. Now, that's the list, right? Now, there have been some notable players which I have missed off on this. The two that there's about three that I was kind of like very bordering on. So for me, the examples are like Trae Young is very much bordering on superstardom for me. Paul George, and who is the other one for me? Bradley Beal as well. And then you've got other names who I'm just going to read off my bordering as well. James Harden, AD, Rudy Gobert, Kyrie, Zion, and Ja. There obviously are other good players who are in that tier down for me, like LaMelo Ball. He is not on that tier for me yet. He could be at some point, but he hasn't showed me enough to where he's on the levels of like Trae Young, or even Anthony Davis. Even though Anthony Davis is so injury riddled, it's hard for me to put him in there because he's just never around. It's like, for example, you could put Harden. I actually put Harden and Westbrook in this, even though they've both not been great for a number of years now. I would have put, like, if you were going off a legacy, you could put Harden, Westbrook, AD, maybe even Paul George, Bradley Beal in there as well. But I just don't think they're superstars right now. For me, LeBron, as long as he's playing in the league, he's going to be the top guy at any team he plays for, the superstar in any team he wants to play for. So is the same thing with KD. Damian Lillard has performed at such a high level for so long, and that is one of the main reasons why I've got him in there. Kawhi as well is always the best player on his team. Jimmy Butler, again, always gives everything to the team, the face of the Miami Heat, and has been the face of nearly every team he's ever been on. There's so many players on this list. CP3 as well, one of the longest NBA careers, 38 now. and is a superstar. He's always been the best player. Well, not always been the best player, but he's always been, in my opinion, the face of every team he's been on. He is that guy, and in my opinion, he is a superstar, and that is my opinion. Obviously, you've got younger guys like Luka and Tatum, who I really do rate a lot. Giannis, Embiid. There's a good few players on here which are superstar level for me, and that is just, yeah, that's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's opinion, isn't it? Right? You might value AD as a superstar because of what he is at his best. In my opinion, you can't really do that with Kyrie. Kyrie and Damian Lillard is a different situation because, as I've said many times, one of the main valuations for me of whether they're a superstar or not is if they are the best player on that team and, yeah, just being the best on their team. And Kyrie, AD isn't really either. You've got guys like Paul George. You could probably say him and Kawhi are switched if you really wanted to, but in my opinion, he's second best. Harden, second best to Embiid right now. Westbrook is on LeBron and AD's team and hasn't been the main guy in a while. You could say Trey is on his own there. To be fair, you've got Bradley Beal, Zion, Ja, but I just don't feel that they're at the level a lot of the players are on the superstar list are on. I don't think they're as well known. And haven't done it at the highest level. For example, Jason Tatum taking his team to the finals this season, even though they didn't win it, was a very major thing in me putting him at that superstar level and even being top 5 in MVP voting. I don't know if he was, but in my opinion, that's where he should have been anyway. That's one of the main reasons why I would put him here. And it's interesting to talk about, in my opinion. There's some players on here which are borderline. Jimmy Butler, you could maybe put down. CP3, you maybe could. But a lot of these are like Jokic, obviously, Embiid. When you are runner-up in MVP voting for that many years, I've got to give you some credit as the superstar on that team and one of the best players in the NBA. Giannis, obviously, the best player in the NBA for me. KD, always going to be the best player on their team. Just for you, KD, I'm rocking the Brooklyn Nets shirt. The playoff ones, maybe you'll get in this season. There you go. Or maybe you won't get swept. I'll wear this when the Celtics sweep you, and I'll record a video. That'll be a fun time, won't it? But won't it? But this is my list of the superstars in the NBA. These are all the players, in my opinion, that are superstars right now in the NBA and the ones that are bordering on it. If I have missed anyone off, I really do apologise. But at the end of the day, it's my list. And yeah, it is what it is, sadly. But if you have enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much.